How's it going? Don't get it caught in the fly. We are trophy husbands. We are the trophy husbands. I am Marcus.
I am Steve.
I am Nick.
Sorry, I've been drinking.
All right, Beyonce. Yeah, you've been drinking.
Yep.
You've been drinking.
Podcast pregame.
Podcast pregame. Actually, that is the interesting factor of this, folks. We are coming to you on a Friday. That's right. We don't have any stories of the weekend to regale you with, but I'm sure we're probably going to end up with many stories to regale you with. But,
yeah. Wait. Time out. Before we do this, do you want to make this the episode where we don't cuss?
You can't do that while I'm drinking. No,
that's the whole point.
Hold on. No. We had an idea that we were going to make an episode where we don't curse, and every time somebody curses, they owe a shot.
Yes.
What do you mean owe a shot? Like I have to drink a shot? Or
Yeah, like when we go out.
If I say frick, but the other part of it.
Yeah, like you say the bad frick.
The bad frick.
Then it's not even like who has the most. It's like we all do it.
Yeah.
I really like some peanut butter fudge.
Okay. If we're going to do that...
Sorry, so hold on. Let me just explain this again.
Okay.
If I say fuck, what do I have to do?
You have to take a shot later. And for all of the swear words that you say, you accumulate shots.
Okay, so
that's the game.
So if I curse 11 times, I have to take 11 shots.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, can we lay down some ground rules prior to beginning it of what actually counts as a curse word? Like, would hell count as a curse word?
Would hell count as a curse word?
I mean, it's biblical, so technically yes. But I was watching Looney Tunes earlier this week, and they said hell on that, so...
Really?
Yeah, old school Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes is messed up.
Old school Looney
Tunes is like...
I love it.
Messed up for real.
Okay, so we can count hell and pretty much any...
No, I wouldn't say we have to count hell.
Pretty much any of the other
but
words,
whatever.
and we can just kind of... if there's a debate, we can discuss that, but...
Okay, all right.
Otherwise, let's do it.
All right,
Court is in session.
Woo, this is going to be a good one, folks.
Yeah. So, as I said, we're recording on a Friday, so we don't have any of our normal weekend shenanigans to talk about. I do have one thing from earlier today that I kind of found entertaining.
Go on.
I've had a sore throat for the last 3 weeks. I finally broke down and went to an ENT the other day, today, to see what was wrong. And he's like, well, I can't see anything that's sore. It finally figured out it's some kind of muscle spasm thing. But,
From talking too much?
Finally caught up with him.
But, so, at one point, though, he's like, okay, well, we'll just have to use the scope and really make sure that nothing's sore or anything. I'm like, okay. And so he shoots up my nose like this numbing spray. It numbs my nostrils. And, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And, after, 5 minutes, my nose is completely numb, and he's like, all right, we're going to use the scope. He's like, we're just going to stick this scope up your nose and down into, your throat. That's the best way for them to get, the visual and whatnot.
Yeah, everything's interconnected.
And the entire time I'm sitting there, I'm like...
I just love science.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. The entire time I'm sitting there, I'm and he has this thing up my nose. I'm like, I'm getting a colonoscopy, except through the nose. This is weird.
Noscopy.
Question, which would you enjoy more?
I don't enjoy any
Game
of them.
number one. Which would you enjoy more?
Colonoscopy or a nose canopy?
No, wouldn't it be a rhinoscopy? Because rhinos...
Yeah. I'm just thinking about Total Recall when he pulls the bulb out of his nose.
Exactly. It was the weirdest feeling I think I've ever had. I'm just I'm trying not to gag because I can feel this thing going through my nose, down into my throat, and I'm like, it was such a bizarre feeling.
That is the weirdest excerpt from 50 Shades of Grey that I've ever listened to.
Anastasia Steele took the camera up her nose.
Slowly.
Of
Is that
course.
actually the name from that?
Yeah, that's her name.
Did you see the movie or read the book, or you just know it?
I'm just literary.
Shoot! Already, it's hitting
A
him.
little buzzing already. There's a lot of vodka in this strain.
Oh.
In your orange and vodka.
Orange and vodka, not a screwdriver. No.
Yeah, he's like, I got an orange and vodka. I'm like, so a screwdriver? No, it's an orange and vodka.
Orange vodka.
Well,
I'm
which-
not gonna give. I'm not proper, so I'm not gonna pretend to be.
Well, I mean, I defended it saying it could be like orange drink, like
But it's not.
Tang
It's
with
literally-
vodka.
It's Dole or is it Tropicana?
Yeah, it's Ocean Spray 100% orange juice. It says it on this bottle here. So it's orange juice and vodka, which is a
screwdriver.
And then it's where's my vodka bottle?
Oh God, you actually brought it up with you for a refill?
God damn right I did. Does that count as one or two?
We'll make it 2.
Wait,
No,
God,
no. I meant as in you have 2 total.
Okay, I was gonna say like you said it very like consolation wise. Like no, we'll make it two. It's like that's supposed to make it easier on.
well, I was about to say, is God counting then?
Yes,
No,
it's a curse. It's like
together.
say-
It's
Okay,
stapled.
okay.
He has 2.
two total. 'Cause
Together.
I said the S word earlier.
They-
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
In my good old.
I thought you were counting God for a moment there. I'm like,
No.
wait, God's gonna count?
Some people do.
Oh, I know.
My mom would. I mean,
I mean,
don't say the Lord's name in vain. That's a blasphemy.
well, you know, the thing is,
One blasphemy.
Boob. Poopy boob.
That should be. That should be a shot. The name of a shot or a drink. A blasphemy.
oh, I thought you were saying poopy boob for a second.
Poopy boob shot, please.
Can I get one poopy boob?
Weirdest shot at the strip club ever.
But no,
Get taken to the back room.
Oh my.
It's like you had a private dance for that baby.
I come
Every-
in every Friday to get my poopy boob shot.
All right, weird old dude that's like
Roy.
everyone knows by name, even like all the bouncers and the cook. It's like, oh, Ron's here. Like,
Roy, Andy.
oh, that bar troll.
But so as I've said before many times, I grew up in a Catholic family. I remember back when I was younger, talking with my one cousin. We were maybe like 7. She was like 6 or 5 at the time, and I was like, ah, crap. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you just, or look, not oh my God. She was like, oh gosh, I can't believe you just said crap. Like that's a bad word. I'm like, no, it's not.
I remember like that thing too when it was just like crap is a bad word, so you gotta like, oh crud.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
How is
My-
crap a bad word?
I don't know.
I don't
Apparently,
It's an alternative for a bad word. That's the thing.
it's an alternative word.
It's an alt word.
It's an alt curse word.
I don't think I could give up cuss words. You know why? They've been so a part of my life since I was a little kid. Why would I give them up anytime soon?
Yep. This is. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, which is not cursing.
That was awesome.
You just take a.
Like a crumb off of Steve's chest.
Oh, you're too nice.
Yeah, Steve is eating Chex Mix, and he had a piece of Chex fall onto his shirt that he didn't see. I just reached over, grabbed it, and ate it.
Gnome Chompy over here.
And that's when you know that we're like the best of trophy husband friends.
Let me tell you about the Chex Mix. It fell on a shirt, and I reached over and ate it.
And then the song's over. That's it.
Well, I mean, it's just like we were discussing right before we started recording, how it's just like, you know, when you're friends with people, it really doesn't matter if you're eating their food after they've bitten into it or
Nope.
anything like that.
No,
What is this one? It looks like a French fry, but it's not.
Oh,
It's
one
like
of
the
those
awkward,
things.
like hard pretzel piece, kind of, but
It's
not
not like
really.
a pretzel. It's like
No, but yeah,
cracker.
I know. It's
Yeah,
like that, but squiggly.
you know, that's always been
Cracker
my
dough thing.
that's
We'll
always
tweet
been
a
my
picture
most
of it.
disliked
We can
part
get
of a
votes
Chex
on
Mix.
it. What is this?
I always disliked the pretzels. I thought they were useless.
No, the piece that Steve was just holding up, I always disliked, which is probably part of the reason why I always liked my mother's Chex Mix. Like, she does, like, homemade stuff.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have those in it, but
My uncle does the same thing, but he actually uses pretzel rods, which are way better.
You would
my
like
mom
the
switches
rod.
up. She switches up on whatever pretzel
Rod
thing is
kind
in
of
there.
guy. Rod
But
Stewart.
I do like Rod Stewart.
See?
I'm a fan of Rod Stewart. My grandmother loved Rod Stewart.
Forever young.
Remember? Oh shit! Graduation night where we listened to that song like 18
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Oh my god!
That's 3 for Luke.
What did I say? Did I?
The S word.
Yeah, the
OS.
S word.
Did I curse?
You
Like,
did.
unknowingly.
Yes.
It's just such a. It's like a habit of my vernacular. I can't stop.
Oh, I know.
2, 3.
Is Rod Stewart dead or is he?
No,
he's
he's still
alive.
he's still
Okay.
alive. He's still kicking out albums.
Yeah,
'cause
he's
my
still-
mom is a fan, and it's like anytime she gets an album, or anytime an album comes out, I'm like, oh, there's a Christmas gift.
Yes.
Nick just with the easy layup, just like, well, got her fuzzy socks and a Rod Stewart album.
It's about
brother-
it too, dude.
Your brother and sister are like, God damn it.
You realize it.
we get a replay on that?
You tried to swerve like so hard.
But he was already.
He realized his mistake halfway through.
Can I just have a sip of his drink and be done?
No.
Nah, bro.
It's pretty
Nope.
heavy.
Nope.
No, that's not what we're doing tonight, folks.
All right,
So, no,
Marcus.
we were talking about.
We're the clean ones left. That was fast.
Well, like,
Well,
no,
you
we were talking
win. You
earlier.
don't cuss.
I know exactly.
This
make
is
you
why it's
cuss.
unfair.
Like, we were talking earlier. New year, new me, blah blah blah. But I've only been drunk once in 2017.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
but
haven't
drink,
been
but I'm an
drunk at
alcoholic.
all
I
in
have a problem.
2017.
It's only on the weekends, Luke. Weekend alcoholic.
I'm beating you. I haven't been drunk at all during 2017.
Well, the last time you drank, you broke your knee. So, yeah, I get it.
I too would take a hiatus if I was you.
Nope, I'd drink away the pain.
2 years later.
Medical marijuana's not legal yet.
Next best thing.
Oh!
Oh God,
4 for Luke.
Luke, you are burying yourself.
All right.
4 for Luke, 1 for Steve. For those of you who are keeping up.
So, how drunk do you think Luke's gonna be getting tonight now?
The answer is
Like
yes.
I said, I haven't been heavily intoxicated in a month.
Well, you
So-
were drunk that one time up here, but that
Like,
was
it's been-
early.
But it's been a month, I think, almost. Like
That was early in January.
right, so
yeah.
almost a month.
Yeah, that was when we got grumpy old Steve.
It's been a while for me.
Man,
Same. The last time
get
was
off
when
my
we were,
lawn.
we were talking about how we went to power plant, and that whole night, I didn't even, like, black out. I was just erased.
Completely, like, just a blank void.
I just imagine the inside of your head is just a white wall, and there's just like
It's Squidward in that SpongeBob episode where he's just in
It's
the
just-
future and he's like just looking around where he is.
it's just
Like
a
in
back,
limbo.
it's just a backdrop, and Marcus is walking around going, "What is my body doing right now?"
But on the outside he's like
I mean, actually, though, you bring up kind of a good point. Have you guys ever been to, like, that drunk where, like, you almost have, like, an out-of-body experience where you're like, why am I doing this?
Yes.
Like,
Let me... No,
your
no, no.
body's moving automatic, like, hey, you want another shot? Like, yes. And then,
Yeah.
like, your brain's just like, what are you... Why?
Yeah.
That sounds
no.
like multiple personality disorder. You're messed up.
It's saved.
You
It's
saw-
saved.
Yeah,
You saw that dodge.
I heard that F slide hard.
Messed up.
Messed up. Woo! You pulled that one off. Good for you.
Good job.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get the explicit label off of this one.
Oh,
We're
no.
trying.
All right. Well,
But no.
You know,
He's dead. D-E-D. Dead.
you know, if anything, we should have just had like 1 or 2 bottles of liquor in here so we could just keep taking shots
Oh, no.
during the
No.
podcast
I'm not gonna
and
do it. No,
see
no.
what happens.
I will not make it to Murph's if that happens. No. I
But-
mean, I have my vodka right here, but no, that's not gonna. No.
I've got a
Nope.
shot glass in the
Call
room
it-
over.
Calling that off right now. I'll take them later.
Okay, so anyway, Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one night, like a couple years back, I was at Murph's, and I had been drinking that evening. And
Shocker.
At Murph's, really?
Who drinks at the fine study hall establishment?
actually, I think I got drunk way before I was even there. So
You showed up. What's going on?
Actually,
I showed up.
Side
Yep.
side story to that. Just saying. I can't remember who it was. I remember I was talking with somebody who's just like, yeah, like I have my parents' credit card. I always use it at Murph's. And I'm like, what? Like, how do your parents like okay with that? They go, because
from
on the
Murph's
bill
Study
it only
Hall."
ever says Murph's Study Hall. So there's like, oh, like you're really studying a lot, like that kind of thing. And they're like,
Wow.
yeah, like I
Now,
buy
there was-
food and
Did
whatnot.
you ever watch
and-
the show Bar Rescue?
No.
Well,
I mean, I've seen an episode or two.
You
but-
know what?
Yeah,
so
I
there
know
was
it.
one college bar in New Orleans where, John Taffer, who's the bar rescuer guy, he's
Right.
like, he made up this plan of making drinks that are called or named after famous novels by famous authors. So that way, when the parents would see the credit card bill, they'd be like, "You're at the study hall reading George Orwell's 1984." Or Lord of the Flies, and those were drink names.
nice.
So it's like John Taffer, you're a
Genius.
crazy genius.
But yeah,
of
when
deceiving parents.
when this girl told me that, I'm like, wow. Like that, I mean, it's amazing that your parents first off trust you with a credit card underneath their name, but let alone that you're able to run the gambit like that because of Murph's study hall.
That's like when people, when their parents monitor their account and stuff, and they buy stuff for them, just like supplies and stuff, but they need to get other things, like they need like Plan B or they need condoms. Put the money on one of the Visa debit cards.
Yes.
Because it just shows up that you bought the Visa debit card.
Or like, can you charge us under miscellaneous item?
Yeah.
But anyway, you're saying.
But, I was at Murph's one night, heavily intoxicated, and I'm at the edge of the dance floor, and I'm about to go on, and it was
About to wobble.
no,
it was before the wobble.
no, this was
Just keep it shuffling.
no, it wasn't any of those. It was "Talk Dirty to Me" by Jason Derulo.
I do love that song.
It's fantastic,
Eh.
and
I have a weakness for saxophones. So.
that
What?
explains a lot. That one day where we came to pregame and you're just like ass naked, listening to saxophones. It was
That
like,
didn't happen. That never happened, just so you know.
Rose petals
is that
everywhere.
why you got so defensive?
Yes.
Yeah, because it never happened.
Uh-huh.
Just like Trump's inauguration crowd was larger than Barack Obama's.
Okay, do not put me in the same conversation similar to Trump. That's how I kick you in the balls later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
A bottle of
No,
fizzy while it pours
not
it down
about-
his chest.
God. At least I'm aware of it now.
Let's see as you drink a little bit more.
Fiddlesticks.
Oh, Fiddler on the Roof. My favorite place.
But I'm at the edge of the dance floor.
All day long, I biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man.
Stop
Sorry. He started. I couldn't help it.
That used to be like Steve's like favorite musical. Like when we saw it in high school, Steve literally went out and bought the soundtrack, and he'd be giving me rides home and whatnot. And that is like we'd get in the car, and instantly that's what would be start playing, like the Fiddler on the Roof soundtrack.
Oh, I have another story that's fantastic that goes right along with that. But
Which
anyway,
actually, Steve can do the full dance, like the Fiddler on the Roof dance along with that song. It's awesome.
why have we never seen this in person?
I do it in the privacy of my own home.
We are in the privacy of your own home.
It's true.
By myself.
There you go.
It's just like you're missing.
The listeners won't see it. It's radio, stupid.
It's like we watched we were watching Lip Sync Battle, and it had Michael Shan,
Yeah.
and he goes, yeah, he's talking to Chrissy Teigen, and he goes, yeah, I have a lot of fun by myself. And then Chrissy Teigen just is looking at him like,
what?
it doesn't correct himself. They just keep going.
Just keeps rolling.
Straight face. Watch the ship burn down.
Deadpan.
But yeah, so I'm at the edge of the dance floor. I'm looking out, and I had this moment where it felt like an out-of-body experience, only because I blink and there's nothing but women on the dance floor, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I'm so
This doesn't happen at Murph's.
yeah, like I'm like,
throw me into this pool of snakes.
let me dive into the python.
You're like, did I just go to heaven and find those 16 virgins?
But it also because you know how like
72?
Is that what it is? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
72.
I'm gonna ignore your
72. Yeah,
My
religious
ignorance.
16. Are you like in heaven light? Is it?
You did okay, but not 72 worth.
Nah, man. No, you get. Here's a consolation prize. That's what you,
You weren't
get.
quite good enough.
He's the guy whose bomb went off as he was getting on the
Oh,
bus.
stop it!
Whoa!
Okay,
Yeah.
that deserves a shot. I think. Like, come on.
I agree.
I agree.
I
All
agree.
right. Anyway, so
But yeah, dude.
So wait,
and not-
man, that means 2 for Steve and 4 for Luke?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
How was that deserve a shot?
it's fucked up.
It was... Oh!
5 for Luke.
I'm sorry to this episode. episode are we? I gotta know.
We're only like 20 minutes.
Ooh!
You almost did it again.
All right, just finish your. Can we finish this story? Because we've been on this for at least 5 minutes. Like, just go.
This is gonna be a great night. How about you just spread them out so you don't die? Like you can spread them out over
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 nights. How about that?
No, I'll
No,
fine.
not overnight. It has to be
no,
over a couple hours. Yes.
I can do 5 shots over.
And then when he poops himself at Murph's, you're cleaning it up.
No, Tom will. It's fine.
Oh!
You're not wrong though.
Anyway,
Someone
finish
had the
story.
poop
Again.
boob shut.
Get that poop shut. And Marcus is dead again.
Oh my god.
Oh.
We're never going to get to this story. That's my plan.
The entire
We'll get
episode
to
is gonna
15
be
minutes.
trying to finish this out of body
Reflecting
experience story.
everything from the. He's floating above everyone ever. What happens next?
There's 72.
Listen to the next episode. You'll find out.
I hate all of you.
There's 72
So-
virgins out on
so
the dance
No,
floor.
only 16 because it's Murphs.
I mean, you know, Murphs.
Hey.
Story. Okay, go. I'll
Oh.
mess up Steve.
Woo!
I love how we keep getting like the start of it from Luke.
Well,
We should do this more often. Like it's like a monthly occurrence.
Yeah.
The Do Not Curse episode.
Well, it doesn't help that I've been pounding tequila.
that was
It's
vodka.
I know,
vodka.
I'm fucking with you. Okay, I need to go
6.
All right, so I'm at the edge of the dance floor. I'm looking out. I'm like a gazillion drinks in. So
give or take a trillion. You know, a gazillion is
Yeah.
a lot more than a
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You
Yeah.
know,
I was about to say,
if,
is gazillion even technically a number?
if my math
You
serves
get
me
there,
correct.
You feel like you got there.
Oh yeah, but like I look out and you ever have one of those like those drunk moments where you blink really hard and you're like, is this real? And I look out,
Yeah,
there's
okay.
nothing but women, and everything looks like it's in slow motion. And I'm sitting there at the edge of the dance floor like a kid, just like look at.
I'm looking at the whales at the aquarium.
Yeah, like these jellyfish are luminescent. Wow, like that's how I felt. It wasn't even like gotta go dive in. I'm just like,
I just want to admire it.
This is amazing.
yeah, like I'm
Like
literally.
watching the Northern Lights or something.
Yeah, it's just like gyrating bodies and Jason Derulo, and I'm like, look at it all.
And there's a little saxophone.
Yes,
Which we know the sax gets Luke's
Talk
going,
to
so.
me.
What?
Yeah,
I said, but we know the sax gets gets Luke going. So
Definitely
yeah,
does.
it does. And to go off Steve's Fiddler on the Roof story, we were going to my friend Megan's forever ago, like years ago, and she lived off of Jackson.
Closer to 5 ever, maybe, but you know.
Yeah, 5 ever. 3
You know.
edgy, 5 me.
2 or 3 more years more than forever.
Yeah, it was a while back though.
Been
But
a minute.
it's me and my friend Sheldon, and he's in the car. He's driving. He and I are just chilling. He's like, "Yo, you want to throw on some music to like hype us up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it. Like, let's get hype." Because it wasn't too bad. Got the windows down. We're cruising. We're going to like hang out with her and all of her friends.
That's always the best kind of thing, though. Like pumping some tunes while just cruising with the windows down. Like
Yeah, and it's just like we were like one of the pretty much the only dudes that were going to be there. So it's kind of like pumping ourselves up. Like, yeah,
If this were the
Hunting
Hunger
season.
Games, the odds were in our favor.
yes.
may the odds ever be in your favor,
This guy,
and they were.
and I kid you not, he throws on straight up like squash-buckling pirate music.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, like. And
In a bottle of rum.
I mean, are you sure it wasn't just like how I did with going down to Baltimore in
No.
my drinking songs when I
No.
had like Flogging Molly going
No.
and like.
No, it's straight
No.
up pirates.
Because I mean, like
Straight
that
up.
can kind of sound a little piratey.
I know
and-
what flogging Molly is.
That's not pirate
No.
music, stupid.
but like the whole it definitely can be. But the whole aspect of like,
Drinking, maybe. That's the thing they have in common. That's it.
Yeah.
no, what's the
Sorry,
one
it's
song?
poop on Nick time. Nope. Go on the poop deck.
No, it's
Poop
never
on
that.
Nick.
It's never that. It's always on Luke.
Nah.
Not the moment, clearly. There's
Nope.
2-1 right now.
Yep.
Poop Nick. You're
3 to
supposed to have
1.
my back.
Nope.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At 2, Steve.
Esteban.
Esteban.
But it was because I'm just like in the passenger seat, like, what in the heck is going on? And he knows all of the words and is literally like belting it, white knuckling the steering wheel, like smile painted across his face. Da 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 da.
Drink up, me hearties, yo ho!
Yeah,
My
like,
kind of guy to party with.
it was hilarious. We used to have parties at his place, and his place, you'd know because your mom was right over there, like right off Midland.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah. So we pretty much had parties in this
Thanks for
house.
the invite.
I didn't even know you back then.
How do you know where his mom lives?
'Cause he used to pick me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say because
His
Yeah.
mom doesn't live too far from me. Mm-hmm. Luke, stop with your weird fan fiction.
you know where my mom lives because you helped me move.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know where his
couch.
mom lives.
Because I took his couch and it took us 8 hours to move it in.
Which we've talked about before.
Yeah.
But.
But imagine the split level house in the middle of like East York, quiet little neighborhood. We would throw crazy freaking rages there, but we had everything down to a science at one point in time. So my friend Logan, he does sound and lighting.
It's the radiator.
Yeah, it's the radiator.
Okay, sorry.
There's badgers in the wall.
No, I thought it was like sirens or
No,
something.
it's so
like-
weird.
What?
The radiators in this apartment, like, I think maybe like there's
Geeking the
there's
fuck
a
out
couple-
over here. Like, what is that?
No, there's a couple of radiators on each and every floor. I think like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And
What?
the weird thing is
counter.
only like 1 or 2 of them actually have the caps
Yeah,
on the
4.
radiators
Alright.
that's prevented from like whistling.
Yeah, whistling.
Anyway, story.
Oh, so
yeah.
we pretty much had parties down to a science. So imagine the split level house. It's a relatively big house. The bottom floor where we all partied, like the basement kind of thing, was actually in ground.
Yeah,
So-
that's how my mom's house is.
Yeah.
That was my bedroom.
Yeah. So it's essentially natural soundproofing. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Our friend Logan works and does sound and lighting. So we had the big 5-6 foot
jeez.
speakers with the subwoofers and the PA system in a house. He actually had decibel testers. So we made sure everything was street legal. So we blare it and we'd have walkie-talkies. And we'd be
You go
like,
outside so you can hear it.
You guys were legit.
yeah.
That is fantastic.
So we did that. And
That's
then
legitimate.
We would tell people to not park in front of the house. We would tell them like park up here or park
Park a
on
block
that
or two
block.
away or something, yeah.
Exactly, and nobody nobody.
Sure,
parked
because
in
you
front
don't
of the
expect
house.
to like, yeah.
Yeah. So then, when the sun went down, we usually had parties around 9:30. Sun goes
Sure.
down around 9:00. So what we would do
So
is
summertime,
since it's dark,
summertime.
yeah, summertime. So since it's dark, we take big pieces.
Summertime.
Exactly. We take big pieces of cardboard and we put it over the windows.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Can't see in, yeah. No, yeah.
Can't see in. Everything's street legal as far
I
as
used
the noise
pillows.
ordinance.
I used pillows.
Yeah. The lady to the left of the house was deaf. You could hear her TV outside.
Oh God.
That's fantastic.
She was deaf. The house to the right was empty. Nobody lived there. It was for sale. And then the yard was so big that the people behind us, they couldn't hear anything. So we would literally throw like 30, 40 person bangers in this house.
That's pretty
And we
awesome.
would do like karaoke, and we had like slip and slides and fire pits and all sorts. And it
That's
was just
like that is one better than like, well, this is definitely better than Jack Street. That's not what I'm saying. But like, this is by far better than Jack Street. But it was like, at least on Jackson, like your neighbors, like if you're with college students, they just don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
most of the time.
But this is like, this is your own people
yeah.
right here
Well,
going at it.
all I gotta say is it makes me think of I did not on the regular throw any kind of parties at my mom's. There were maybe 2 or 3 times that I did throw like relatively large, nowhere near 30 or 40 people, but I
Yeah.
think we probably got up close to like 15 or 20 people at some points. And it would pretty much be only when my mom was out of town for the weekend. And literally, it was so funny because I don't know if my mom ever believed me when I said it, but like I would tell her straight up, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be throwing a huge party here this weekend. And I don't know if she ever thought I was just joking or whatnot, but she's like, all right, cool. As long as nothing gets broken and everything is organized when I get back, like, you're good.
Don't call get the cops called.
Exactly.
Like,
and so, like, I had, like, everything clean and organized. You know, now that I'm thinking back on it, she had to have known because of how many beer cans and bottles were in the recycle bin. But at the same time, like, she never gave me any flack about it. She's like, look, like, you're of age, like, that's fine. Like, just as long as...
There are times over the summer, like, probably, like, 3-4 years ago when, my dad and stepmom would go out of town. It's like, I'd have, like, college friends or, like, home friends over. And they were like, we're going out of town, don't have parties. Wink. Like, you know, just... not like it's like, we don't care. Just don't be an idiot.
Well, it was just so funny because my mom is totally not that person. Like, my mom, as far as, like, the partying aspect,
That's not
is
her,
the polar opposite of me. Like, she's like, I'm in bed by 9. And, like, she's been like that since she was a teen kind of thing.
There was...
As opposed to, like, I inherited, like, my dad's thing where, like, my dad constantly, like, into his... I mean, it's a different generation, but into, like, his mid to late 20s, like we are now, or was still like, woo, like, let's keep partying. And, like, so I've inherited that from my dad, but my mom's like, no, like, 9 o'clock, I'm going to bed. But she kind of understands, like, how I am, and she's like, all right, like, just...
whatever.
Well, she's like, don't break anything, have fun. And I was like, all right, cool. So I always had kind of a free opening when I lived with my mom, and I mean, now that I don't live with her, it's just like
I miss you.
and, nah, amazingly not, even though I was the last one to leave.
Mom doesn't miss him. Must be a crappy kid. I'm trying not to curse here.
You're trying so hard. A crappy kid.
Jesus. But
Really,
no, there was times like
incorrigible. Incorrigible? What's is it incorrigible or
Incorrigible. Incorrigible.
what?
Incorrigible.
What are you trying to say?
I know what he's saying.
You're really incorrigible. Is that
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna go with
that's
that
the right word, Steve. You're good.
No, there were like I said,
You're
there were
really
times where
uncrustable. You're a sandwich.
fake
You're
sandwich.
uncrustable.
Like there were times where
That might
like
be
I'd have
good.
those parties at my parents' house when they were like going away, ha ha, and then one time they didn't say anything, but the second time they walk in the door, we're just saying, I was like, I'm making breakfast. Like everyone had left like an hour before that, and everything was already cleaned up, and I'm like hungover, but just kind of like bumming around, like everything's in place. It's like, yeah, exactly. And then my stepmom was just like, well, Luke, like, you know, I'm really happy that everything's pretty much all good. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? He's like, well, I mean, you know, the dining room table is like about
A little askew.
yeah, exactly. Just like a little to the left, and the chairs are a little out of place. But you know, at least you had fun and you didn't break anything. Everything's clean. It's like it's all good. I was like,
Thanks.
like okay, cool.
It's funny. You're saying that, like, literally with my mom. Besides, like, the beer bottles and cans and whatnot, like, she could never tell if I had had a party in there. And like I said, she was very permissive of it. And I never quite knew if she knew exactly, because anytime she'd go away, I would always be like, oh yeah, I'm going to hold a kegger. And she,
Yeah, it wasn't like
sometimes-
that, yeah.
Sometimes it happened where we did have a hardcore party, never a kegger. But, and then other times it didn't. But then at my dad's, with him, like I said, like he's very frontwards, and I just told him, like I would tell him, like, hey Dad, like you're
This is
gone,
gonna happen,
the house is here, exactly. I just be like, I'm having a couple people over, and he's like, all right, cool, like enjoy yourself, don't break anything, have fun. And my dad would just come in, and he'd be like, all right, everything still looks good, awesome, keep rocking it. And I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, it's like my dad's like, you know, I don't care what you do, just you know, make sure you take care of yourself and don't ever drink and drive. Kept it
Well,
true.
I mean, if you're at home, why would you?
Yeah.
but he's saying, I'm just saying,
Like
in general, like
yeah,
you know,
like
like
a general rule.
it's like
don't
both
do
my
this.
parents have random my heads, like you know, if you want to go out and drink,
Go for
whatever,
it.
but do not ever let me catch you drinking and driving.
No.
So
Absolutely, it's a golden rule.
Yeah. It's always like when you're underage or you're not quite there yet.
I was like, since like in middle school, like mine were like, don't do this. Like, okay, I get it. I'm still scared. Like,
I
I'm
don't
25 now. I'm still scared.
I don't know what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about. I never had a drop until I was 21.
but no,
So
like,
it was legal then.
yeah. When your parents are just like, I don't care what happens. If you're in a situation and you need to get out, you call me.
Yeah.
I will be pissed that
Yes.
you woke me up, but I would rather you call
Yeah, I'll be
me.
happy that you're alive.
You see, the thing is like my dad's a night owl, and he's been telling me that since like 14 or 15. He was, again, like my dad's like the coolest dad in the world because he was always that one who's just like, if you ever need to call me to get picked up or anything, let me know. And like he's a night owl. He's normally up until like 1 or 2.
So
anyway.
that's where you get some of it from, at least.
Well, no, it's a bad.
It's half from your dad, half from Satan. Your not sleeping habits.
No, it's a bad mixture because my dad's a night person, my mom's a morning person. Like, it's a bad mixture for me. My brother and my sister did not get affected by this, but I did.
Same butt.
But,
There's a picture to prove it.
I just got vocal. Like, I'm a morning and
Thanks,
night
Gabby.
person. So then, you fit in 2 hours in between and you're good. But my dad was, like, he told me that since I was like 14
Worst
or
logic
15.
in the world.
Lentisms.
Lensisms.
There we go. But he's been telling me this since I was like 14 or 15. He's just like, if you ever need to call me, let me know and I'll come pick you up. It doesn't matter what time. And I mean, like, it's funny because even when I'm like 21, 22, 23, going out to Merce and whatnot, and I was still living with him, he's still, like, every time I left, he emphasized it. Just like, if you need to call me and let me know, I am happy to come and pick you up. Like, it's again, like what we were just saying, like, he'd prefer to get woken up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and drive his drunk son home as opposed to his drunk son trying to drive home.
Yeah. Even you. Excuse me.
I mean, I feel like for me personally speaking, like that's great parenting. Like, thank you, Dad. Like,
It's
you're
kind of
awesome.
it's kind of like they get the you're given the autonomy, but you're also given the escape rope if things get too dicey.
Exactly.
And
It's just like,
and that's-
look, like I'm gonna let you be you, like you do you. That's fine, but be safe, and I will enforce and help you be safe, which I think is.
I'm gonna
awesome.
be a little pissed off at the time. Pissed doesn't count as a curse, right?
No,
Just
you're good.
saying.
You're
Okay.
good. You're good.
I gotta check on that.
Looks like I'm at 4 now. By the way, folks, we actually decreased it because of Luke.
I made a heavy
refilling.
drink. Yeah.
So
Actually, but he did swear another time.
Yes,
so
that's
he's
why I
back
said
to
four.
it.
yeah. So we
decreased it by 3
Yeah,
because he was at 6 and now it's
but
at
yeah.
4.
Right, four.
Yeah,
And
as you
piss,
say.
piss, because that doesn't
boop,
count.
Boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, what was I saying?
Oh, you're gonna be pissed off now.
Yeah, but then in the morning, better than attempting something horrible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like when we would have parties, even like I said at my friend's place, I was one of the people that I didn't care how good the party was. If things got out of hand, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
No,
Like, I'm
absolutely.
leaving.
I
'Cause,
mean,
like some people are just like, woo, let's ride it out. I'm like, no, I'm gone. No, I'm gone.
I mean, as
Not
we've
not
discussed,
dealing with the police.
as we've discussed before, I am phenomenally famous for the Irish,
Irish goodbye. Yeah, that should be your middle name. Nick
Nicholas Irish Goodbye Lens.
Nicholas A-hole Irish goodbye.
Nice.
It just always made me laugh because it would take. What always made me laugh is that it would take like people like half hour, 45
Well, yeah,
minutes
'cause
to an hour to like realize I left.
Everyone's drinking. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. Oh wait, where's Nick? And everyone's like, where's Nick? And then like, but where are you at? I was like, I text Nick. I left. Figures.
Nice.
Like, well, I mean, the beauty of it is I could always sneak out. Like, I think I got caught, like, out of probably, like, the 50 or 60
I've caught you.
times
I
did
caught
it.
you one time when you were like walking out of 258, like down the stairs. And I was like, oh, you're like, yeah, man, see ya. And then you didn't even like stop to like give me a high five. You just like went. Like,
I mean, dude, it's on a mission kind of thing because I've had it.
No, I agree. Yeah, I get it.
I've learned where it's like, oh, like if you high five and that kind of stuff, like,
Everybody.
they try to pull you back in. And
Yeah.
I was like,
That and also everybody's like, it takes an extra 5 minutes to say goodbye to everybody too.
not to mention, then you get people like John who are like, "You're not leaving. You're not leaving."
Oh, yeah,
no,
you
dude,
get
I
those,
seriously
yeah.
And
have to
John
go.
will like physically pick you up and drag you back to the
Exactly,
party.
exactly. And I mean, John's big enough guy to do that. To,
That
like,
small
anybody.
bear of a man.
Besides,
I
like,
think my favorite was not this past graduation, but graduation of 2015. There was just like a bunch of shit going on, like a lot of drama, and I was like up in my room with what? Oh,
That's 5.
I'm not even thinking right now. And I was up in my room just talking with some girl, and you're like, "Hey, Luke, is everything okay?" And like we're like half naked, and you're just like, "Oh, sorry, nope, I'm leaving right now." that was the other one.
No, I can't remember why I came up there. Like,
Probably looking for me, and I was in my
looking-
room
I was
mid coitus. So
well, I was looking for
At least you didn't like walk over and be like, "So tag in."
good to take out, bro. No, I do
Are you
actually
done
remember
yet?
this now.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
You done? You
Are
done?
you done yet?
No, I do remember this.
2015, Nick in my room.
You had
Hey,
been,
man.
you had been like pretty gardong drunk that night, and I didn't
Yeah.
see you go up with the girl or anything. So I was like, I think Luke's puking or like messed up, and like,
Oh, you're trying to check on me?
like I was trying to be a good friend, yeah. And like I opened up, like I
She
checked
was
the bathroom.
trying to check on Luke.
No, she was.
And
checking
she was
me.
also being a good friend that night.
I checked the
I haven't
bathroom
seen her
first.
since.
Oh,
No. Well, she's from Jersey.
she's from
all right.
Jersey.
We should probably edit this out, but I'll tell that story later.
Fist bump? What?
Yeah.
But I
This
was
is
going
funny.
up
This is
to
funny,
check.
just so you know.
I was going up to check. Like I was just like, because people were
Fist
asking, like
pump,
people were asking, like,
pump.
"Where's Luke?"
Yeah,
And
'cause
I'm like,
everyone's
and they're like,
everyone's in my living room. just
yeah,
hanging out, and
yeah.
I'm like,
Back at 258, and everyone's like, everyone was concerned. They're like, is like, because you were pretty hammered that night.
Yeah,
Everyone's
oh.
like, "Where's Luke? Like, is he okay? Like, is he pulling a? Oh shoot, I was trying to think
River
of-
Phoenix.
Well, I was trying to think. No, I was trying to think of the
fucked up.
original. I was trying to think of the original lead.
Back at-
singer. I was trying to think of the original lead singer
Back
of
at 6.
AC/DC,
Oh, Bon Scott.
the one who
Yeah, Bon Scott.
suffocated on his own
Bon
puke. Yeah.
Bon Scott. Yeah.
And so they're like, "Is he doing that?" And I was just like, I'll go up and check." And like, I checked the bathroom, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'll look in his bedroom." And I was like, "Oh, sorry, yep.
Whoops.
Never
How
mind."
was the show?
You know,
Was
I
it
mean,
good?
kind of like how when you walked in. I mean,
Well, at least like you guys were done. Where I was like,
mid
enough said.
Mid-thrust.
Yeah. So
Did you get to see his vinegar strokes?
I did not. It was dark. It was dark. I was good.
please, I wasn't done yet.
I could just imagine for some reason.
I walked in. It was instantly like walk in, and walked out.
I just imagine Luke for some reason singing the answering machine theme from Seinfeld, and it's just like, "Believe it or not,
Luke
George is not home."
Believe it or not, George
It's like, is Luke okay? Nick's like, yeah, he's fine. Don't worry.
Where could he?
He's more than fine.
He has 4 screens set up with the Seinfeld episode.
Oh man.
Worst things could be on the screen.
One of those bad tube televisions you can find on Jackson Street's corners.
The tube TVs.
I do love me some Seinfeld though. I grew up on Seinfeld actually. Like
Wait, when did you grow up? I'm still wondering.
Ooh.
Slam, 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 slam.
you I
Yeah.
mean, like you didn't do that right. Like you have to go like the high on that.
Yeah.
No.
I do what I want, man. Like,
We know you do
Whatever.
what you want. Doesn't always mean it's smart.
Whatever. I do what I want. It's my hot body.
thank you. Are you complimenting me?
No, I'm saying it's mine.
No,
my
he's
hot
talking about
body.
himself,
Can
not
we
you.
share?
I don't know. Can we?
I'm
Oh my!
not trying to sound like a weirdo, but I love this cardigan.
I was about to say,
I got a lot of compliments on this bad boy.
You're killing it tonight. Like, thank you. Man to man, like this is looking good.
Oh, dude, I appreciate it. No, you give another man a
Like,
compliment.
you're looking
Wait, no,
fly.
I want to. My phone's downstairs. I had to take a picture of this. We'll put it on the Trophy Husband's Twitter.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm down. But yeah.
Marcus is looking good tonight,
No, I've,
ladies.
I've totally done that. I've totally done that exact same thing, and like I've done that even with like strangers, and like they've given me weird looks. I'm like, dude, like I'm not gay or anything. Or I'm not trying to come on to you, but
this is
looking
working.
good.
This is working for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, you're looking good. Like
I always do that to people. Like when there's something, I'm just like, "Yo, that's a nice
Yeah,
jacket.
I
I,
like
really
that.
like that."
Exactly,
Yeah.
Wait till I
Exactly.
put my Pico on, Marcus. You know.
I still remember
Yeah.
there was one. There was I do still remember there was one night down at the Green Turtle, down Towson,
Oh.
and I saw a guy
The
dressed
3 floors. Oh,
Murphs.
I've been drinking.
3-4 Murphs.
The 3-level Murphs.
Yes. And I remember I saw this one guy, like...
What?
I've never been.
No.
It's coming to York.
It's kind of like Towson
The green
University.
turtle?
Yeah,
like-
it is.
Right,
There's a
really?
green turtle coming to York.
geez.
No, we'll
What?
talk about that in a minute. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Where?
Anyway.
But no, yeah, let me finish.
Yeah.
Basically...
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you...
But Steve had the best
Kay
Fiddler in the
Wesley.
Roof video of all time.
It's alright.
Of all time!
Just
It's alright. I'm gonna T-Swift it. I'm gonna shake it off. But, so there was, like, I remember it very vividly, actually. We were at the Green Turtle on the top level, like, with the deck open. It was
yeah,
during
where
the
you
summer.
smoke outside.
Yeah. And I was coming back from using the restroom, and I saw one guy who was wearing a shirt that I thought, like, the design on it was, like, really, really cool. And I'm like, oh, like, that's really, really cool. And I just stopped. I'm like, hey, dude, where you get that shirt? He's like, your mom. And I'm like, all right, cool, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so original on that insult.
Never mind.
And I'm just like, way to be a dick. Like, I'm complimenting your wear.
Yeah,
And
and it's like, you're meh, we're back in high school. Meh.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. I was like, way to make a high school joke, bro. And I'm
Was
like,
this when Travis and Brian were living in Towson?
yeah. That's the only time I've ever been in Towson.
Okay, well, yeah.
But yeah, like, I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, whatevs. Like, way to go juvenile on it, man.
Yeah.
Cool, I was being nice, but you had to ruin it.
Exactly.
You stupid
But wait,
poop head.
yeah.
Ooh.
But wait a minute. There's a green turtle coming to York.
Where did it say
Like,
where?
where?
In York it was...
It didn't say.
It really didn't say where.
Just there is a green turtle coming. Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, here's the, like... Green
I mean,
turtle...
is
green
Green
turtle's
Turtle
like
a
a...
franchise?
Yeah. No, it's...
Yeah.
But it's like... The one in Towson is an enigma or an anomaly because there are a bunch of green turtles everywhere. It's like a B-dubs, essentially. But the one in Towson is that crappy bar.
Yeah, I mean,
Like where it's the it's a three
It's the
floor
Murphs.
it's a 3-floor Murphs.
I mean, it's Towson used Murphs.
Right, exactly. And no, Green Turtle has good food, has good beers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I've honestly
in my
never
hometown,
had the food.
I've had the food. It's pretty good.
It's like
It's
chain,
like
it's
like
chain
sports bar food.
Yeah, chain sports bar food.
Chain
Like,
sports bar.
It's not anything special, but like I mean, you pay for what you get for, and it's good.
Yeah.
But no, the thing is, like I'm like probably you are as well. Whereas the Green Turtle Towsons we reverted to because it's such a crap show. See what I did there?
I like how he paused. He's like, it's such a crap show.
No,
Looks
but it
into
is.
the camera.
No,
Exactly.
it's like the Green Turtle in Towson is a 3-floor Murphs but worse because
is. It
there are
is.
people like if you walk into the bathroom, there is urine all over the floor.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting, and then people are just stumbling on themselves trying to get up the stairs.
You see,
it's
the
not
funny
great.
thing is he's complaining about this, but yet we're going to Murph's later tonight.
Yeah, but there's not 3 floors of it, so it's fine.
It's just one.
It's just one. No, I'm saying it's worse than Murph's.
Right.
Too.
Right. I mean,
Gotcha.
like, the aspect is it's so funny to take on it, but like Murph's has become like almost like a level. Like, what is in comparison to Murph's kind of thing? And like that's how I look at Falloons, where I'm just like, Falloons is an older crowd Murph's.
Yeah. It definitely is.
Like it's just like
But those 50-cent natty bows, fist in the air.
I mean I avoid it just because my brother works there and everyone knows that I'm his brother and blah 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 blah. But
I'm Nick. I'm York famous.
I'm not York famous. I've just lived here way too long.
York famous.
Ditto.
York famous.
Yeah,
Marcus and
yeah.
Nick, York famous.
No,
And
we're
Steve
just
too.
old townies.
Steve's live here too. York famous. York famous. Luke's the only one from
Steve's-
Maryland. I'm so better
no,
than
Steve's
all
originally
of
from
you.
Maryland.
Yeah, but you went to York Catholic.
Yeah, but he grew up there until you were what, like 6 or 7, right?
That doesn't count at all.
No, until I was like 12 or 13.
Where did you? When did you move to Pennsylvania? Stupid.
7th grade? I think it was
Yeah,
7th
yeah,
grade.
because you were there in 7th grade, so
Yeah.
like you would have been 12 or 13.
Man, you were holding that one.
I need to.
Pencils.
No, seriously, you can keep talking.
Dude.
I need to go.
Oh, that was it.
But no, I
Time.
didn't realize that there was a green turtle coming to coming to York, and so I didn't realize it was a franchise bar though.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a chain. They have a few of them.
I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because I have seen at Murph's once or twice, like, people wearing, like, green turtle t-shirts, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, like, they went down to Towson.
You know
Like,
what they should do?
No,
they should
there's-
franchise Murphs.
oh, God.
Oh wow!
Well, I mean, did you know... Did you know that originally the depot, because it was originally owned by Murph, the depot was originally called Murph's Other Bar? Like...
Like the little brother of Murph's.
Exactly, and then it's now defunct, but across the street from Murph's is Murph's Auto Shop or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
Murph was trying to get a whole monopoly
I
around
can already
it.
see the tagline. Do you feel awful when you're drunk? Do you want to be around other people who feel awful when they're drunk? Then go to Murph's.
Go to Murph's Other Bar.
Go to Murph's. No, like, dead serious. Like, that's what the depot used to be called. It was Murph's Other Bar, which I'm just like, I didn't know that, and I'm like, that is interesting. I think I was talking with either Stacy or Tina, and they were telling me about that. But, I mean, like, they told me the whole history about how they came to own Murph's. It was because Murph himself, the OG Murph, ended up in the hospital with, like, some hardcore hospital bills and whatnot, and their dad offered to buy him out, and he took it. Like... And, like, that's how he's able to pay for the bills and all that jazz. But it's just, like, it's, like, almost comical to think about. Like, this dude, Murph, back in, like, the 50s or 60s started up this thing. Because I think when I talked with Roy the one time, he's like, oh, yeah, I've been coming to Murph since, since 68 or something. He said he's, like, 16 or 17 at the time. But I'm just like, dang, I didn't even know Murph's was around that long.
God
Yeah.
damn, I don't want to be here that long.
I know, right? Like, I did know Murph's was around in the 80s because...
We're going to let that one slide because no one pointed it out, and I pulled it back, and no one knows. There we go.
Nope. That's 3? Is that 4?
That's 3.
It's 3.
Okay.
I actually, no. I'm going to redact that one because that one was not. It was distasteful, but it was not a cuss word. So it's 2.
He says as he tilts his chin in the air triumphantly.
Exactly. All right. You know what? We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you. 2. But so with Murph's though, it's I prior to talking to Roy and Stacy or Tina, again I can't remember. I think it was Stacy, about all of this, but I knew Murph's had been around since the 80s because when my parents first moved here, my dad was still, like, in his early
You guys are wondering, Nick is old AF.
I'm really not.
No.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Marcus is older.
But
Did the mics even pick that up?
yeah, don't pick that
Yeah.
up. But my dad...
Celebrating
when
my
they
78th birthday soon.
Can't wait for my midlife crisis.
That AARP discount's gonna be sweet.
When my
Anyway.
dad...
I want an ARP discount. That's awesome. I want to be old.
I don't. Nothing.
No, I'm good.
No.
No, I don't.
Nothing works the same, and then you hate everything.
Well, that's already happening now. Might as well be.
It's because you got drunk and decided to action roll off a table. Whose fault was that?
Not mine.
It was Drunk Steve's fault.
Okay, it was mine.
Does drunk Steve have like a Fu Manchu?
Yes. Fu Manchu, Drunk Steve.
Get that nonsense out of here.
Anyway, my dad told me about it. Like, when he first moved down into York, and, like, that's how I knew of a certain age of Murph's. When my dad first moved down, he's in his early to mid-20s, and he talked about, like, going to Murph's and whatnot. And I'm just like, wait, what? And he's like, oh, yeah, Murph's was open when I came around. And I'm just like, oh, this is weird. I'm hanging out in the bar that my dad did.
Bring her friend. Bring her friend and you can party.
Oh, my.
Is it 1983?
Or is it 1984, George Orwell style?
Oh, don't read.
Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up.
Don't read.
Hey,
no
most
books.
sold book on Amazon the past few weeks.
I know it.
Man.
Nothing's.
How long have we been talking? I feel like I'm exhausted from talking.
Uh,
Is that how you feel all the time, Nick?
oh! Oh!
Are you
Some more coal on the fire.
Are you exhausted from talking or exhausted from drinking?
I'm
The answer
exhausted
is
from
yes.
hanging out with you.
Also, the answer is yes. All the time. I am tired. It's just what it is.
It won't be anything different.
It's all consistent.
I mean, we try, but you know what, guys? It is nearly 10 o'clock now. On a Friday, and we're recording for your guys' listening pleasure. But
Yeah.
we have
Touch yourself
things
to
to
this.
do.
Please do that. Just what Luke said.
Or
Don't do it,
or
it's a
don't,
trap.
whatever.
Why not?
All right.
Not so.
So, what?
On that note,
All right, I'm Marcus. You can find me on Twitter, and also Luke's trying to give me wet willies, so
Yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge the fact I was doing something. Done.
whatever. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at QUEZMAV. You can find me on Snapchat at SIRMAV. You can find me on Blogspot at MAV88.blogspot.com. And you can find me on Genius under the project AU_XY. And we're going to go do fun things.
what you'll
Yeah,
hear about
yeah.
next week.
My name's Luke. Here's the thing. If you listen to previous episodes, then you know what my things are. My
What a good.
my priority
Nice.
is finishing my drink, so listen to previous episodes you actually want the info. See you next week.
I'm Steve. Bye.
Hashtag Steve.
Hashtag Steve. And I am Nick. You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, all under NLens42. That's NLENZ42. Don't forget to hit up the official Trophy Husband's Twitter at the True Trophies.
Not the fake ones.
Boo!
The false ones.
The false trophies.
Yep, they suck. They're not
Exactly.
us.
But we are.
fake. I'm done. No, I'm not talking anymore.
Thank God. About time. But you can always find us with a new episode every hashtag Trophy Tuesday. On that note, everyone have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, have a good year, have a good life. And we will catch you next Tuesday. Peace.
Let's get weird right now. It's what we're doing. Bye.
Yep, dicks.
Poop.
Pre-game podcast.